Glow Up Gang. Do you know what today is? It's Big Beauty Tuesday here in the Glow Up's Beauty Closet. That's not our jingle. It's not. But our motto is, we gloss, we floss, and we boss. As you can see, I'm having a big hair don't care day. It's only gonna get bigger from here. But just because I don't care about my hair does not mean I don't care about my skin. You know, we're all spending a lot more time indoors these days, and that may lead some of us to just kind of do, you know, whatever we want. I've been taking the opportunity to really pay closer attention to my skin. In fact, I've started a little series of things that we'll be getting into called The Skin We're In. And since May happens to be Skin Cancer Awareness Month, I know that's a bright and shiny topic, but an important one, I want to talk to you today about sunscreen. You see, too many of us are walking around with no sunscreen thinking our melanin will do it. Well, I hate to tell you this, but your melanin is not sunscreen. It is not immunity from skin cancer. Stop acting like it is and get yourself a sunscreen. Oh, but Maisha, you say, they streak on me. They look crazy. I don't like it. That's why this exists. This is Black Girl Sunscreen. This is SPF 30, and it's one of my favorite brands. It's especially formulated to go on darker skins and not look streaky and crazy and blue, and to give us the protection that we need and that we deserve. And to talk a little bit more about it, I'm checking in with one of my favorite Black beauty entrepreneurs, Shantae Lundy of Black Girl Sunscreen, who has made an art out of one product and is going to tell us how. Hey Shantae, welcome to Big Beauty Tuesday. From what I've heard, your story is that you are an outdoors type. You like to be outside. You like to hike. You like to do all that stuff. And You know, as most people should know, that melanin is not sunscreen. It's not the same thing, people. Stop acting like your melanin is sunscreen. This is the 30 proof. But also sunscreens used to, like, you know, they streak on us. So tell me about this genius, you know, concoction you came up with.
Yeah, so our built-in melanin, our shield, yields about a 13 SPF, right? What's sufficient to be in the sun is a 30. 30, some people are like, okay, I'm cool with that. 50 on the high end. You don't need anything higher than 50 to be protected for 2 hours.
And you've built now this brand off of two products, basically. You've got your SPF 30 and for kids, SPF 50, or for those of us who really feel like we need a little extra, because I got sunburned last year. I was not wearing this at the time. I should have been. And now I'm like, do I need 50? Maybe I need 50. Like, it's time.
I personally think that 30 is enough. So I'm really glad that you touched upon that, because we did start Black Girl Sunscreen with literally one SKU, and it's just grown and caught so much traction, which is cool to see happen with one SKU versus a complete, you know, product line with many different options. You know, so I have this conversation pretty often, like, you know, what are the pros and cons of going to market with one product? You know, the pros is that you really get to focus and hone in on who your consumer is. You really get to develop that story, that narrative, and it really just becomes your baby. The misconception is that people of color, we don't need sunscreen, right? We're not really educated on what the SPFs are, you know, why we should be wearing sunscreen or why not. We've just been told, like, hey, you're Black, go outside and play. Hey, you're Black, you won't get a sunburn, or you don't get darker. And if you get darker, then that's fine. Or hey, wear your coconut oil, that's your protection, right? So like when I was growing up, sunscreen was never used in my house, ever. I didn't even start wearing sunscreen, honestly, until I created Black Girl Sunscreen. But when we talk about starting with the one SKU, even that was really risky, because going through my mind was, hey, here I am, a dark skin complexion woman. I'm looking for something that's going to rub into my skin that doesn't leave a white residue, something that's going to make me feel good and look good when I maybe want to go to a pool party and be protected, you know. How can I find this product? Where is this product? And when I jumped on Google, I searched keywords such as sunscreen for dark skin, sunscreen for brown girls, sunscreen for Black girls, sunscreen for ethnic skin, and just came up so short-handed. So I was like, okay, clearly this is a problem. This is a problem. I can't be the only Black girl that's looking for this. But But how are we going to change that mindset that Black people or people of color do need to protect their skin? So when we talk about just having the one SKU, I think that was just enough for me to handle, right? Because there were so many different obstacles and challenges that we had to figure out first. Like, is anyone going to buy this?
Well, clearly we're buying it for sure, right? And you know, honestly, I think there's something to be said from an entrepreneurial standpoint. And I think like it's awesome actually to hear a story about someone having success by doing one thing really, really well before they moved on to the next thing. Because I think so often, you know, when people are trying to break into market, they think they have to have a whole array of products instead of just one amazing product, which you do. You have an amazing product here. And, you know, one of the reasons I wanted to speak to you today, especially, is because, you know, it is Skin Cancer Awareness Month. And it is a conversation that we're not having enough. And now that we're all indoors even, I think people don't think they need to be thinking about sunscreen, but there have been several articles in the last few weeks about how we should even be wearing sunscreen indoors because our windows do not filter out UVA rays. I'm sitting here in front of my computer and lights. I took off my glasses because they were fogging up, but this is what protects me from blue light. And I'm like, oh, right, sunscreen. So, you know, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the multi-uses, the year-round uses for this product that you've created, because you only need the one product if you're doing that one thing great. And it does have bigger uses than us sitting on the beach somewhere, right?
What we're noticing during this new season of the Rona is that, you know, consumers are still purchasing Black Girl sunscreen, which is showing us that our business is not just built on tourism and vacation, right? Because typically a consumer would purchase Black Girl sunscreen or any sunscreen product because, oh, they're going to the Dominican Republic or they're going to Tulum, Mexico, right? They're going somewhere and that's why they need it. But no, what's happening now is women are, okay, they're in their house in front of their laptops, devices, televisions, whatever it is, and they are having that blue light transmitted from those devices. That's one reason, right? The next reason is, okay, yeah, I'm working by the window and UV rays do penetrate through the windows. Okay, cool. The next thing is, hey, since we are confined to our homes, how do we get fresh air? Is that going on our balcony to garden? Is that going out for that 20-minute walk? Is that going out, you know, with our kids on a bike ride? Is that going for a hike? So sunscreen has become more of a daily routine for many that aren't venturing out. That's on one side, right? So on the next side, I feel like women are really tapping into wellness and taking self-care, you know, not more seriously, but just having more time, if you will, right? So in a daily skincare regimen, you should be cleansing your face, moisturizing your face, toning your face, and then at the end of your process, including SPF, sunscreen of whatever sort. So I think that we're starting to see the rise of that, where it's just becoming a natural behavior. So that's how this is all starting to kind of come full circle during this time.